What's going on, you guys? So, big update on the Pulsar. Really apologize for not posting up any videos or uploading them. Big reason why, I thought I'd just tell everybody right now, is because I'm actually in the process of purchasing my own place. Unfortunately, it does not have a garage, but you know, it's first time home. It's a townhouse, first time home, and it's definitely one of the nicest places that we found. Me and my girlfriend are actually moving together, but it was the first place I found that was decent, that was really decent, that was really well put together, and nothing that honestly we would have to worry about, like major wise, like roof. It has a new roof, it has new windows. So pretty excited, pretty big step in my life. That's why I have not been posting any updates or anything about the Pulsar. Just been too busy, paperwork, lender, realtor, all that type of stuff. You know, we're buying, so big step. So that's one of the reasons why I have not posted anything on the YouTube channel. So now, big update on the Pulsar. So this is the stock clutch. As you can see, it's in pieces. It was garbage, complete garbage. So this is the stock clutch and everything, and it was just not. Yeah, it was done from the start. It's not like I don't know how to drive stick or anything like that. No, it was just done from the start. Because the first time I really drove it, to get it inspected, it was already making noise. It was so hard to shift and everything. I changed fluids, all that, and still didn't help out. So that's the main culprit right there. Flywheel is not in any better condition whatsoever. But to show the progress on the Pulsar, here it is. Got the transmission off, of course with some help. The guy that helped me out really could not do it without him, so I really appreciate him helping me out and everything. But it was a bitch. It was a bitch. Oh my god, so many brackets, so many bolts. The two bastard bolts that are so hard to get to are these right here. This one's not too bad, but because of that speed sensor that's in the way, of course you can barely get into that bolt. But it's possible. Knocked it out in one day. Now of course you're gonna have people saying, why didn't you just take out the whole motor instead? Well, that's the thing. I couldn't get a engine hoist in time for this when I was gonna just go ahead and do it, and then and honestly I couldn't borrow one in time or anything, so I had to do what I had to do. So here's a transmission, or cleaned out the bell housing and everything, and I already put the reinforced clutch fork, the new clutch release bearing, and also the Nismo, I don't think you can see, but the Nismo pivot point. So all that's installed already, so it should be all set to go. I just got to remove the flywheel. Let's see, I don't know if you can see, but yeah, the flywheel, yeah, definitely toast. It's, yeah, not in good condition. Yeah, it was just done from the start. So I'm gonna remove that, gonna replace it with a new flywheel. But yeah, it was definitely a real pain in the ass. If I were to do it again, of course I would just get an engine hoist and do it again and just remove the engine. But you know, I'm limited, so I couldn't get one in time and had to work with what I had to work with. So of course you guys are gonna judge and like, oh, we should just take another engine. Hey, I got it done. That's all that matters. But there you go. There was a bunch of stupid little brackets that were in the way, tight space. There was that white bracket that I believe that holds the in-tank manifold in place, and they had the top mount, like one of the top mount for the brackets for the top mount and everything. So it was hard to get to, but there you go. I mean, it's out. It's finally out. Gonna hopefully finish it today. Yeah, it took all day. Something I really don't want to do on my Labor Day weekend, but you know, it needs to be done. You know, because we're moving by the end of this month, September. So, you know, I have to get my stuff squared away so I can have everything over at my new place instead of here. Yeah, I mean, there's the biggest update, really. Transmission's bolted off. Replacing the flywheel, clutch, pivot bearing, pilot bearing. And then inside, actually, I am currently hooking up the gauges and everything. The air fuel ratio gauge. I'm gonna basically use one of the center console's buttons that's not connected to anything. I'm gonna use one of those. So like one of those openings to basically have the wiring. So all the wired it's already wired up. Here's the water temperature, the boost gauge, and then the air fuel ratio gauge is right here. So it was a mess, but already got it all done. The wiring is all right here, so I just got to make it a little bit neat when I put on the center console back on, so I can kind of have this just back there and set to go. It's gonna go up here. It's like a 3 gauge pod, but not the cleanest look, but honestly it's gonna do. It's gonna do for what it's job. So not complaining about that. It's whatever. I just need to see my readings and everything like that. But yeah, I got all the wiring up and done and everything, so all that's left is to hook up everything else. The battery, of course, that's going to be all after I put the transmission back on, but of course that's going to be afterwards that. So yeah, that's the biggest update on the Polestar. Oh, of course, the distributor cap, distributor rotor, and the ignition module, I replaced that as well. You know, I got it. It's 25 years old, 26 years old, so might as well just replace it. Also, I got the Brake Master stopper bracket. Somebody was selling one, so I went to go ahead and install that. So that's that right there. This is the air fuel ratio gauge that you see just kind of hanging on there, since I had to remove the downpipe. But yeah, it's coming along. Definitely a pain in the ass, but it's coming along. So hopefully by today I can get this done and at least have the clutch, the flywheel clutch, transmission bolted back on with the brackets and everything, with the new engine mounts that I have. Then hopefully she should be all set, and then right then and there I'll finish what I'm doing. In the meantime, I still got to replace the lines, the turbo lines. I want to take out the exhaust manifold heat shield to basically wire brush it and clean it up, because it's messy. I don't like it. It's just an ugly look, especially with painted on valve cover, and then you see that this is terrible. So plan to paint that and then repaint the intercooler piping as well. I'm gonna go with a metallic black, so hopefully that looks pretty decent. But for the most part, that's where it's at with the Polestar, and that's where it's at in my life. Once again, I apologize for not updating. It's just been super busy, you know, looking for a new place, looking for a good home and everything, and then paperwork, speaking with lenders, speaking with realtors. So yeah, big changes in my life. So hopefully I get this done before closing day on the house, and then that I'll be able to drive this, break in the clutch and everything, and go from there. So there you guys go.